Good morning. I am Coimbatore Tirumular Sittarpeedam Sivayogi Sivarajan speaking. Now I am going to speak about idolatry, idol worship in Hinduism. Dr. Zakir Naik is very famous for concentrating on comparative religious studies. He will cite chapter 1, that one from memory itself about other religions. And he says something in this chapter 1 that is told. He is very much attacking the idol worship of Hinduism. This idol worship is a science. It is in 3-4 stages. First stage is Ruba. This Ruba worship is divided into two. One Pradima worship and one Pradigara worship. Then Aruba Ruba worship and Aruba worship. So, first one is Pradigara worship. Pradigara worship means worshipping the images of Gurujis and worshipping the Samadhi of Gurujis. This is the first. And in this, Hindu people are worshipping from time immemorial. We are worshipping all Siddhas in the physical shape. That is Pradigara Valipad. This Ekalavan worshipped we worshipped Drona's image, this idol, and got all knowledge without reading. So the worship of Guru's structure, Guru's image, idol will impart knowledge, because God is imparting knowledge through Guru worship. That is very much established in Hinduism. But what happens? This kind of worship is the initial Ruba worship. And if you study that, such worship is also in Christianity and Islam also. In Christianity, they are worshipping Jesus Christ's image. They are worshipping Mary's image. Even cross is a structure. So that worship comes in this first stage. So Zakir Naik is not prone to attacking that Christian form of this idol worship, because only Hindus are being attacked. Hindu worship is being attacked. Idol worship. So according to this worship, even the worship of this tombs, that's also wrong. Because in Hinduism, they are worshipping samadhis. Samadhi is equal to tombs. So that worship is also there in Islam. In Chikmagalur, it is there. Chikmagalur, 6 months it is the Tattatreya Pedam. For 6 months they are celebrating as a Fakir's place, memorial. In Ajmer, the worship is there. In Kerala, this Bhimapalli, the worship is there. So all these are also coming under idol worship. That is, Zakir Naik may attack that and take steps to relieve his community people from the worship of idols. That is tomb worship, or it is called Samadhi in Hindu philosophy. Next one is just above that is this worship of this Pradima Valipadu. That is shapes. But these shapes are actually speaking philosophy. They are not mere shapes of anything. They are symbols only. Symbols. Having 4 hands. Who is having 4 hands? So each hand represents some philosophical functioning of that supreme energy, unseen power. Some persons called as Shiva, some persons called as Allah, and some persons called as God. So, to explain the fivefold activities of God, It is being explained represented by the different hands and weapons in that, in the hands. So symbolic representation. So this Nataraja idol is a Night Raja. He is having this drum in his own hand. From the drum, Omkar comes. So the Omkar is a basic Nada Brahma for all creations. So it represents the creation, and the deity associated with the creation is called Brahma. So it represents creation and Brahma. If you hold like hand like this, I am protecting these creations. That is Vishnu, this hand. And he is having a burning bowl, that dissolution. When you heat everything disappears. If you heat solid, it will merge into liquid. When you heat liquid, it will merge with fire. When you heat everything will come to air. When you heat that, even atom dissolves into energy and merges with space. So heat symbolizes dissolution. In Hindu philosophy, there is no destruction. The energy can neither be destroyed nor be created, but can be changed from one form to another. So this is dissolution. Then he is pressing one foot on a Melagan. This Melagan represents Anava. If you press Anava, then divine power will express in you. This is the philosophy behind that. The lifted leg is, if you surrender to God, He will elevate you. This is called Sadasiva. The pressed foot is called Maheswara, wailing power. You do not know what will happen next month or anything. You do not know anything about previous births. That is done by Maheswara. The lifted foot represents Sadasiva, which reveals you the jnana in you, reveals you help you to get out of the riddles of the life statistics tattvas. Above that unseen Bindu Nadam Parabindu Paranadam. Thus, the Nataraja worship is represented by 9 principles. When the scientists in Zen conducted as God, particularly Nataraja appeared on the screen and it was dancing on the screen. Seeing that 300 scientists, Western scientists, working on that and started dancing. They got this Nataraja idol from India and they have installed in their office, mainly run by Christian countries and Christian scientists. They wrote a report, this is a God form they could get during their research. So scientists have compared Lord Nataraja is a real God. Then why should others fight with each other? The scientific report was given by all Christian scientists, numbering about 300 persons represented by 26 countries. Then how can you say now this is coming under idol classification? So Zakir Naik should explain this and give reply to this, what happened in Zen and their observations. Then the next one is Aruba Ruba, that is half shape physical of astral, Shivalinga. Shivalinga is a symbol of creation. Shivalinga shape is within atom. Scientists have compared the Shivalinga shape within this atom movement, and this dance of Shiva is also science by scientists. So they are very, very scientific. They are there to teach man about the different form of existence of God. Finally, Aruba, that is the one recommended by all Christians and Islamic people. That is, God is formless, nameless, and all these things. So this is a very scientific process. So if this Zakir Naik understands this, he will appreciate Hinduism. In Ingersoll, one person, Western person, says that in the initial stage, all people need something to be, how to show that this is to that. We are keeping something which is which can be compared to mention to explain about the uncomparable. You say God has no form. Then initially people cannot understand. A small boy cannot understand. If he says something this is, then he will associate his memory with that. After that, when he lives, he should get out of that. So idol worship is Arya worship, level 1 worship in Hinduism. Basic. Then he have to lift above and put to kriyas. They can do karmas, pujas for themselves. Then they can lift above only yoga. Now they are concentrating on the energy flow in their body. There is a macrocosm, cosmic energy outside. The same cosmic energy and the Panchabhuta energy is present within the physical body. So yoga is tuning the Panchabhuta energy in your body, microcosm, to the macrocosm, tuning. That is yoga, becoming one with that. When it happens, you get mukti. That is perfection. Mukti and perfection. Yogi means perfect man. Perfection and reaches. Mukti means merging with the final energy Shiva. The mukti concept of mukti is available only in Hinduism. If Jiva practices Shiva Yoga, it can become Shiva. But other religions, if you say they will expel you from the religion. If a Muslim says if you practice that yoga, he will become Allah, then he will be people will take action against you. If a Christian says if one does this yoga, he will become God the Father, he will be expelled. But in Hinduism, it is a scientific process of 10 stages. The stage will be elevated. Finally, he disappears. In Tamil Nadu, there is Arupa Samadhi. Many yogis have disappeared. Zakir Naik should understand. They have crossed, they have transcended, they have won over death. Ramalinga Vallalar disappeared in the final stage. People cannot accept this. Then the East India Company ruling India, Tamil Nadu, conducted an inquiry. Because he went inside a stone-built building and stone roof building and locked from inside and disappeared. And so the East India Company government ordered an inquiry into that and gave a report that the yogi disappeared. This is a truth. They published in the government gazette. In Kerala, in Chairman Perumal and Sundara Murtina disappeared from Tiruvanjaikalam. And it's a rock edicts, and the disappearance structure is inscribed on the walls of the temple. So in Hinduism, many Siddhas have disappeared. Karakalam disappeared. Patanathar transformed his body into Shivalinga. Such things are happening in Hinduism, but they all start with the first level worship, this idol worship. Then they lift, and then reach. Therefore, in Hinduism, people lift from idol worship to this semi-idol worship, this Shivalinga, from their Arupa worship. From there, they are lifting to this merger with Shiva. In Chidambaram temple in Tamil Nadu, 3 forms of worship are there. First, Nataraja idol is there, you worship. Idol Nataraja shrine, you worship. After that, Spadiga Shivalinga. That is transparent of shape, of physical, of astral. Shivalinga, you are worshipping. That is the second higher stage. After this, Arupa worship is there in the nearby room. That is called the Chidambara Ragasyam. So in Hinduism, finally they are explained the secret is that God is Arupa. That is established in Chidambaram. Chidambaram, the 3 only temple, the 3 shapes, the 3 are there. First, Rupa was Nataraja, this idol very famous all over the world. Then Svadiha Shivalinga, that is second stage. Third stage, Arupa. That is called the secret, Chidambaram secret. That is finally God has no form, no name, as they express in Allah. So Zakir Naik should comment on this also. So there is, for the evolution purpose, the initial stage is idol worship. That also is very scientific, and that also is existing in different religions in different forms. So nothing to criticize. Only to, if he studies, he will learn the secrets, and he can may convert back to Hinduism. Those who want more details, contact me. Thank you.